can't move. Like, no, I think I'm an athletic guy that can get in space and do a lot of good things. Doesn't matter the scheme. If I'm going to be pulling a lot, I'm cool with that. I feel good out there, and I think that's something that's underrated in me, in my game, is my athleticism.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Draft Network's Prospect Interviews. And today we've got one of the highest rated signings in Texas Tech football history, who has turned the page on a remarkable career as a Red Raider. Jack Anderson, glad to have you on today.
Yes, thank you very much.
Jack, as I mentioned, you were a highly rated recruit coming out of high school, and you really wanted to start immediately, and a lot of programs couldn't promise you that. And you had the ability to start right away at Texas Tech in a high octane offense in the Big 12. How did that benefit you?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, like you said, I wanted to come in and play somewhere right away, and I think it helped me a lot just learning the offense quick and getting in that weight room. I graduated early from high school, so that helped too, to be able to get in there and learn the system. But yeah, I think it's going to benefit me going into my rookie year because I think the moment won't be too big for me. I'm just ready to step in there and play right away.
And in playing right away, you went on to earn freshman All-American honors, becoming the first Texas Tech offensive lineman to do so since 2012. But you didn't stop there. You went on then to seek help from an offensive line guru, which I would love to hear more about how you began that relationship with Duke Manyweather and what made you reach out to him to seek help in becoming a better offensive lineman.
Yeah, so I reached out to Duke. I think it was 2018, the summer of. Yeah, we had some workouts in the summer, and I came home for a week or two, and just worked out with him. But yeah, I knew a lot about him going into that, and saw a lot of really good guys training with him. And yeah, I'm glad I never looked back. He's amazing, and we're real close. And I love the way he trains and the way that he kind of teaches the game.
You mentioned the way you love the way he trains and teaches the game. What would you say your biggest takeaways were from working out with him so early in your career?
Yeah, he's big on balance and just all being in sync. So hands, feet, the core, those type of things. I think that's the biggest thing I've taken away is, it's you ought to got to all put it together. And he helps me just kind of make my toolbox bigger with my hands, the way that I do certain things. And, him working with all these other NFL guys and me being able to work out with them, I've kind of been able to pick all of their brains. And, going to O-line masterminds the last 2 summers has been great, being able to, sit down and watch film on these great D linemen that the NFL has. So shoot, I'm just happy to be with him and learning so much.
Have you always been this way, Jack? Just eager to learn, like even outside of your regular practice schedule and your regular training schedule at Texas Tech? Have you always been this way growing up, even in high school when you were an athlete there?
Yeah, I definitely say that. Like, I'm definitely pretty bought into the process. The film, the taking care of your body, those type of things that are really important off the field. And I think it's definitely paid dividends going into my rookie season here. I think it's all the little things, and that's another thing he's taught me is just all those small things that at this age, they really come to get you playing in the NFL.
It's definitely all the little things. And at Texas Tech, you guys have the tradition of really airing it out in your offense, but you do a great job of mixing in the run as well. How do you think your resume with playing in the Big 12 will translate to the next level?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think people look down on it. I don't think they should, but people that like O linemen in the Big 12 are kind of seen as not being as physical and not as NFL ready as the SEC or Big Ten or places like that. And shoot, I'm so excited to get to the NFL and prove that completely wrong. Like, I think I'm the most physical player in this draft. I love to finish people. I love to have that nasty streak, and I think I do that better than anyone else in this draft. And I can't wait to show that.
I saw in one of your earlier interviews in your career as a Red Raider that you mentioned one of the things that you really wanted to work on is finishing. You just mentioned that you're one of the best finishers you think in this draft class. How have you seen yourself evolve in this area?
Yeah, I think it's something that I focused on my freshman year. It's a little different, when you're playing out there with guys that are a lot better than in high school. So I think it was something that you got to get used to. Is just the physicality of college football, and going into the NFL now, it's going to get more physical. But yeah, more than anything, it's just a mindset. I think I just like to go out there and finishing people and rolling bodies around is what I love to do, and it's really my passion. So shoot, I can't wait to do it some more.
Now, you did suffer a season-ending injury with your shoulder, but you bounced back, you came back, you became a captain, and you served as one of the best blockers on your team. When you look back at your time as a Red Raider, how would you describe your growth, not only on the field, but off the field too?
Yeah, I think I think I had to grow up a lot after that injury my junior year. I think I had to really step back and kind of smell the roses, if you will. Started taking better care of my body, started really focusing in the classroom and off the field. Just kind of like I said, the little things became a lot more important when the game gets taken away from you and you got to watch your teammates, play 9 games. And I had never missed any games like that in my career. So I think that was something that was a humbling experience more than anything. And I think I did learn that, the film room, taking care of your body, keeping your head on right as far as, mental health and all that, and just really learning how to, keep your stress levels down and kind of keep a good schedule. And I think that's something that I really focused on during that time. And it's something that I'm going to keep working on.
When you closed that chapter as a Red Raider and started preparing for Senior Bowl and Pro Day, what would you say your biggest keys and points that you wanted to work on were?
Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, I would say as far as on the field goes, I just wanted to work on my hands and my balance. Just like I said, Duke's real big on that, and I'm a guy that just tries to get a lot of finishes and tries to, get out there and hurt some people. So I think getting out there, working with him and kind of working on the finesse part of the game more than anything, the little nuances of the hands. Like I said, working on the toolbox, different things I can do in that way, pass pro and in the run game. I think that's something I've really focused on, and he's helped me a whole lot with that.
And now that you mentioned those things that you went into Senior Bowl and Pro Day wanting to work on, when you assess your Senior Bowl and Pro Day performance, what would you say you really showcased there?
Yeah, I think at the Senior Bowl, I definitely showcased that I'm super versatile. Like I can play. I started 38 games at right guard in college. My last game in college, our center went down, and I literally moved over in the middle of a drive and played the rest of the game at center. So I think they knew I could play some center. But at the Senior Bowl, I was doing in the NFL offense, calling out the mic, doing the IDs that way. And I think that's something that, I showed them I can play center and guard. I played a ton of left guard there too. So really anywhere interior, I think I can play right now. And, I hope the NFL teams see the importance in that.
The offensive line is definitely one of the few positions that carries value in every round, whether you're looking for a starter or you need some depth. And you mentioned your versatility and how valuable that is going to be as we look ahead to the NFL draft. How did you become so versatile in all these areas? You can play interior offensive line, you can play center, you can play guard. Can you talk more on how you were able to pick up experience in all three of those areas?
Yeah, I think I got to really thank my O-line coach, Coach Steve Farmer, because in practice, he would always tell me I needed to play center. I would do snaps before practice, I'd be in there getting snaps with the quarterbacks under center and shotgun. And then during practice, if we had a 6-play drive, I would get 4 at guard, 2 at center, and we would always switch, me and Dawson, one of my really good friends. And yeah, we would always switch. And I think getting those reps in practice really, really helped me out. And, I'm really grateful that he gave me the opportunity to try both of them. And he would always tell me, like, in the NFL, they're going to want you to play center and guard. So yeah, I'm really grateful that he, prepared me in that way. And same thing with Duke. Duke always had me taking snaps and working on my center stance and guard stance. So I think both of those guys really helped me in that area.
Is there something that people haven't seen out of you, whether it's on paper or on film, that you would love to share with all of them today?
Ooh, I think most of it's out there. I think I'm just more athletic than people give me props for. Other people say, oh, he's a mauler. Oh, he's just he can't move. Like, no, I think I'm an athletic guy that can get in space and do a lot of good things. Doesn't matter the scheme. If I'm going to be pulling a lot, I'm cool with that. I feel good out there, and I think that's something that's underrated in me, in my game, is my athleticism.
Thank you so much for your time today, Jack, and we wish you the best of luck as you start your NFL journey.
Yes, thank you so much.
Stay tuned for more coverage and content as we count down to the 2021 NFL Draft.